It's a double kill for Jim.
Oh my God, Jim!
Jim's pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
What?
right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dark scope, the two-piece!
Destaque na marotagem, belo ângulo dele.
He's gonna be able to take out. Oh my god! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Almairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. A estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Anywhere on the body that you hit, he no-scope for a follow right there. He no-scope.
Queda solamente vivo por parte de repente, sigue la primera baja de se da cuenta que no
And we are live for our opening ceremony of the Mobile Mayhem 2021 summer season. It's your boy Verdict. Always that nostalgic feeling. That's right. That's 3 seasons in a row. Back with another banger again. With me as always, the faithful, the celebrity in the building, guys. Brownie told me to call you a celebrity, bro. He made me do it. That was not a force-fed opinion. Anyway, Imperium, my guy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty damn good. Again, like you, 3rd season in a row, and it's good to be back. Of course, we did the Challenger games 2 nights ago, but this is it, right? This is the big leagues. This is the teams that are just ready to fight, not only across this Mobile Mayhem season, but when you're talking about the big competitions in the esports spectrum, the Masters League, the Champs, whatever you want to call it, you know, these are the teams that are chomping at the bit to be the best teams, not only in Europe, but in the world.
You are absolutely right, my guy. They are duking it out on a weekly basis now in the Masters. As of right now, I do believe Stamina has the top spot. They took XOXO out in 3 games, bro, this past Monday. So, huge implications in that standings in that regard. So now we're going to get to see these guys, you know, perform on a different scale. Mobile Mayhem 2021 summer season is jam-packed with all of your favorite teams. As a matter of fact, I think I've got all of them pulled up right now in alphabetical order. No, you know, particular kind of order other than that. Anarchy, Affiliate, Bunker Rock Esports, Nova Esports, Oxygen, Stamina, Tragic, Ultima, Fusions, XOXO. A lot of the teams that you know and love. And then a few different teams that have just recently entered. Obviously, I think Anarchy and Fusions are the only two. We've had pretty much everybody else with the addition of Oxygen, who is a rebrand maybe. I'm not 100% on that one. Nonetheless,
it's the former Bunker Rog
there
roster. And then Bunker Rog picked up, I forget what the name of the team is, but they did then kind of pick up another roster. So, yeah, some fresh faces, some same faces under different brands. It's going to be exciting. Fusion Z, I've casted them before, but I don't know if it's the same roster. I'm aware of their name. Anarchy, not going to lie, completely new for me, but that is part of the excitement, right? That's part of the elements that are in play. You're seeing the old dogs, so to speak, at this stage of the game, and then you're seeing the fresh faces ready to prove themselves and show us what they have.
You were absolutely right. We're going to have a sweaty first day, as I'm seeing a ton of talent in the building already. We've got a great lineup for today's schedule as I'm taking a look at it. That's actually what I've got. Sports, your reigning champions from last season and the season before, looking to make a three-peat come through. They're going to be taking on the likes of that Bunker Rock Esports team that we were just talking about, followed up by a Tragic and Ultima. Ultima also acquired Viva Gracia, if I'm not mistaken. So that is another familiar team in the area. Also, Ultima played in last season's and the season before's Mobile Mayhem regular season. XOXO and Fusions. XOXO has been a top contender in the EU competitive scene. And we're going to follow it up with Oxygen and Aphelion. Now, in between that, I've got a special exclusive interview that Jim COD Mobile from Tragic. An absolute stellar beast of a guy. I'm so looking forward to you guys seeing that. It was, I mean, if I could have captured the entire conversation, it would have probably been about an hour long, and you guys would have probably loved every minute of it. There's never a dull moment. We even had Sav and Toby come in the building. Literally joined the VC right in between recordings. It was like perfect timing as we were talking about them prior to. So super excited about that. For you, I need to know, what is your match of the day? What are you looking for today's stream?
For me, it's man, that's a good question. Verdict. Damn, son. It has to be Oxygen against Aphelion.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Oxygen versus Aphelion because I wanted to say Nova versus Bunker Rog because I feel like it's similar to Oxygen versus Aphelion, but it's the first series of the day, and I think it's, I don't want to say it's the one I'm looking forward to the most because then it technically goes downhill from there. So Oxygen against Aphelion because you have the giants that that are Oxygen, and then you have Aphelion, who's a roster that has evolved over the last couple of months. And I think there's that kind of, underdog element to this series. And we could see some early upsets. But then again, if Oxygen start off on a strong note, winning 2-0, it's just that little bit, okay, this is what we're going to see. It's that stepping stone or that kind of blueprint of what we might see over the next weeks of the Mobile Mayhem summer season. So definitely Oxygen going up against Aphelion. What about you? I'd imagine that's Tragic against Ultima just because of the interview with Jim, or is it another series you're looking forward to the most?
As much as I wanted to agree with you and say Aphelion and Oxygen, I know that's going to be a sweaty matchup, but I have to agree with you on the fact that the interview with Jim was just so great, guys. I'm so looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table. As when he was talking to me, man, he was so pumped for this season that he is just 100% focused on bringing everything to the table. Don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not. But you got to stick around for the interviews. You got to stick around for that Tragic and Ultima matchup, and you have to stick around for your matchup as well. The Aphelion and
definitely
Oxygen matchup probably going to be the sweatiest, like in comparison to closer matchups. We might see a best of 3 there. We might see a best of 3 in another format. But in this first one we'll talk about, Bunker Rock Esports and Nova matchup, It's gonna be a good one too. I don't know how close it's gonna be. I know Nova has just they've ran the tables for so long. It's kind of hard to say that this team is gonna be a competitive matchup today versus Nova, or is Nova gonna drop the ball? I don't see that happening. Nonetheless, we've got all 3 maps and everything in. We're getting ready for the action. You got something to say it.
Dude, it's just, for me, this is such a strong test for Bunker Rog to me. This is because they came from the Challenger games, right? They qualified, and now they're going from 0 to 100. That classic gif of boy that escalated quickly. That's kind of what it is for Bunker Rog. But I think it's also the best way that they can start the Mobile Mayhem summer season, because it will give them, in my eyes, a much stronger idea of where they're going to need to go and how they need to improve if they do get maybe defeated as heavily as I low-key think so. They're a strong roster. Really looking forward to seeing Don Lai. Look out for him. But Nova, they're a force. They're going to give it all they have.
They are indeed, as we're getting ready for map 1. That's going to be firing range hardpoint. Standoff search and destroy is where we'll see our second. And if we're lucky enough to see a game 3 to be a takeoff on Dom. Nonetheless, game number 1 underway. We are ready to rock and roll as P1's open, and you guessed it, boys and girls. Nova already going to take advantage of this point. They're going to go ahead and rack up some points there. Marky going to go ahead and get the cheeky trade as the point was contested. And so far, so good for Nova. Bunker Rog looking to make their contest here, though, as I do see Don Lai pushing the backside.
Look, at the end of the day, and I said this during the broadcast on Tuesday, with this map on hardpoint, the first hardpoint is not important. Don't feed your opponents on that first hardpoint, right? If you lose control of it, don't fight for it. Don't contest it. It's not worth it. You're better off slowing down, taking your time, and doing your best to set up for the hardpoint 2. Because hardpoint number 2, that's where it really matters in my eyes for the game, for the map. If you can control the majority of the second MP, boom, you're setting yourself up. So Bunker, yeah, they're behind 20 points, but that's nothing. It's only the first hardpoint. Slow down, keep it cool. Let's see how it goes.
It is, and if you guys are wondering why Nova Annie is playing, that is not Nova Annie. As a matter of fact, it is a player that is registered on Nova's roster. But since they have a situation with their account being locked due to people reporting them and whatnot, they received a temporary ban. So Nova Annie is actually, in fact, is that
Toralelli? Toralelli.
There we go, Turalilly. So guys, that is not Nova Annie. That is Turalilly. We got the information before the broadcast started, and nonetheless, a P2 is going to be halfway through, and a 64 to 19 point advantage in Nova's favor. It's looking pretty dominant for them at the moment. Bunker Rog has to get trailer control early here in order to take advantage of this deficit that they have. We are going to see Yaya actually push on for the contest. He's not going to play. That was a smart move. He did not push up to ego challenge that. Ultimately, that's going to give them better positioning. So Nova trying to get the lead to extend. Bunker Rog just trying to stay in this thing.
Like, you know, remember what I said about just kind of wanting to see Bunker Rog slow down on the first hardpoint setup for the second P? They didn't even do that, right? There's no weight behind how Bunker Rog are realistically playing. Plus, even as a team, there's not that much teamwork that's been shining through for them for the time being in this game, and that's allowing them to be outgunned and just outplayed overall across the series of the game. Let's be straight up. You know, Toralelli, okay, he's probably been going mainly for objectives. He's on 3-7. The rest of the team, they're on a positive KD. It's why they're realistically coming out on top in this game. They're controlling it, they're dominating it, and to be fair, Bunker Rog, a little bit disappointed with how slow they're playing in this hardpoint match.
Yeah, this is a game that, you know, if you let it get out of hand quick, we saw it on the Challengers event. it gets out of hand quick. There's no coming back. P4 going to be starting up. It's going to be bottom wood. This area is almost as hard to hold as P1. It's not necessarily out in the open, but everything inside of this building is wall bangable. So you're going to have an early advantage. You're going to have to hold in different angles, and that's it. 150 to 19. The guys over at Bunker Rock Esports not even going to make it to 50 this game. A very stout performance from the guys over at Nova Esports.
Like, I said it was going to be a massive test for Bunker Rock, and I knew that. But also, part of me wanted to believe that they were going to put up a bit more of a challenge in this first hardpoint game. For Nova, it was business as usual in my eyes, right? They were fluid, they were controlling. They weren't testing themselves fully. I don't think they were pulling out anything, like, massively risky in how they were playing. They, like, honestly, not to sound harsh, but it's like, I guarantee you Nova were playing at like 70, 80%, right? Just chugging along quite nicely, like a Sunday drive across this game. Job done, 150 to 19. Just want to see a bit more fight from Bunker Rock in this game too.
Yeah, I'm expecting a little bit more. The Search and Destroy, they'll be able to slow down a bit, take their time, make, strategic pushes. They won't have that chance to, they'll have that chance to reset round after round. I know we've spoken about that in games past, but this is just really going to be a test to see how it's going to fare for the remainder of the season.
Yeah.
And, going against the reigning champs is one thing, but getting 150 to 19 is like, that's
exactly
tough, bro.
Look, if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best, and the emphasis is there. Okay, they're gonna have technically the whole of the summer season, at least in terms of this isolated tournament standpoint, to evolve, to improve, to get better. So it's not over in this one game. It's not over in this one series. But again, the importance is there for them to show us something, show us some sparkle, show us some fight that we can take on and move in and move forward with that. I hope they can in Search and Destroy. We're going to be moving on to Standoff, at least for it. Once you get a familiar map, there's going to be nothing super surprising with that. So I think that will allow at least both teams, and I'm mainly looking at Bunker Rock, to hopefully focus all their attention on shutting Nova down. You mentioned about playing kind of passive. As much as I get that, I think it should be the opposite. To me, I feel like Bunker Rock need to be a little bit more aggressive and give Nova a little bit of a taste of their own medicine and do what they can to suppress and slow down. Once they're doing it as a team, whether it's pushing in one direction, whether it's looking to defend one area as a 2 or 3 man team, I think that will really work. But if they're too slow, if they're too passive, if they're too taking their time, Nova are going to expose that so much more quickly compared to other teams.
Yes, I completely agree. When I say slow it down, I mean just really set the tone for themselves. Like if they're putting themselves in a position where they're rushing and they're pushing the A side aggressively, and it pans out just like that hardpoint game, you'll have a chance to reset that next round and just conserve and kind of formulate a strategy, because at the moment, coming off a 150 to 19, L, like it's something hard to swallow as it is. But
it is. It's a hard pill to swallow.
Like, go 150% in that first round and they get slammed or
yeah.
That can be very, very demoralizing in a Search or Destroy matchup.
It can be.
It can set the pace for the remainder of the game. I think they go in, they go with what they're confident with doing, and they just play their game. If it's pushing aggressively like that, push aggressively.
Definitely.
Set the tone early. Make sure that you're in control early. You're on the attacking side or defending side, so you won't necessarily have to make those rash decisions of, oh, you know what, that's it, we're going to be, that's final, we're going to go this route. It's more of a formulated, we're going to sit back and see how they approach this thing kind of technique. And being the defending side, you get to take as much time as you need to get that taken care of. Nonetheless, Search and Destroy Standoff, it is going to be a classic map that we're all familiar with. And Imperium, I'm sorry, Ronan,
No.
everything is good on the dimensions and everything are good on the cartography. Or not the cartography, the graphics. So maybe if it be moved just a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, game
We're
number
into
2
this first round.
in the mix.
In the mix, indeed. Nova, they have the bomb in their hands for the first 5 rounds. Torelli has that one on board. Double kill shines on through, although Nev did pick up one before he went down. Donlai not able to do too much. These Hez, Pana, and Ragox left standing. Pana has a sniper in his hands, so does Ragox. Again, I don't agree with that. As the final 3 kills come on board, snipers work in Search and Destroy, yes, but when you have 2 players running snipers, what does that do? It slows your team down, right? Very rare you can really be aggressive with a sniper. Just a bad call having 2 snipers being run from Bunker Rog.
It is. Ragox is obviously one of my favorite snipers, especially in this matchup. However, having that second one for Pana, not necessarily needed. Ragox gets the job done for the most part. And Pana's in a very, very aggressive position mid. With a sniper like that, it's not necessarily called for it. Bomb is going to be down in... it looks like it's going to be caught up at Statue Tank, so we'll see if the guys over at Nova are going to be able to recover and get on site. They are going to be in a 3v2 scenario as Ragox actually spots one. Well, no, that wasn't Ragox. That was Ragox, actually. As he is all the way in the spawn. This is that aggressive gameplay that may not pan out, especially when you got 2 snipers. The shot's going to come through. Yaya tries to get the shot to land with the SMRS and fails epically. However, 2 players still stand for Nova. 35 seconds left for Ragox to make his move.
Oh, feels sad, man. However, Ragox picks up the kill onto Marky. It's a 1v1, 25 seconds left on the clock. Is this going to be a bit of a throw? Ragox has to move around. Saturns has a sniper. Playing by the bomb site, he knows he can bait it on. He's going to be standing off, sees him in the corner, goes for the shots. The bait and switch play comes on through. The pistol whip. Saturns gets the job done. Takes down Ragox. Nothing to be said. A better attempt from Bunker Rog, to be fair. But in the end, Nova showed their dominance and claimed second round is Search and Destroy.
Yeah, it's starting to look a lot like Hardpoint all over again. 2-0 in favor of Nova. They're going to pick up the bomb. Annie, a.k.a. True Lily, going to be making his way. He's actually going to be at a standstill here in the back of Granny's. If Bunker Rock doesn't readjust their strategy or figure something out here, it's going to be another travesty in this Search and Destroy. As we saw 2 straight rounds go to Nova, and so far so good for them. It's a 5v5, nobody dropped, no casualties. We got 2 players on the A side effectively. Annie or Tour Lily actually going to get the first kill, taking down Pana. That's going to give the guys over at Nova the advantage, and they're going to go ahead and take the push towards the B side as Deli's going to be pushed. Marky with the shotty takes down Ragox. Saturn's going to get traded. It is a 3v3.
Oh, Don. But look at Don Lai. He comes on board. He's going to be able to even things out, so it's a 2v2. I say keep an eye on this guy. And then it goes Torelli. Nev is going to come in with the chopper. Let's just make sure that Yaya doesn't SMRS himself, to be fair. Wouldn't want that to happen. He has nobody else to fall back on. 2v1.
I see what you did.
The bomb
there.
is yet to be picked up. It doesn't go down. I know. But now the push comes in. Had to pull it out. Had to throw a little bit of shade his way.
Yeah, he's going to be spotted as he creeps and crawls towards that bomb that was actually in the spawn side of the guys over at Bunker Rock Esports. They're going to be able to steal that round on the backs of Donlai, who popped off and picked up 2 big kills where they needed it the most. Bunker Rock back in this thing, looking a little bit better from the hard point. Nonetheless, it's a, oh, what a nice flash or stun. Yaya gets absolutely abolished there. We're going to see the push towards A. Don going to be taken out early as he was behind the bomb site. And Karma picking up another. This is just looking devastating right now. Panda going to be the 1v5. Bomb is surely going to go down with any contest. They're going to go for the kill. Karma picks it up. That's going to be 3 rounds in favor of the guys over and over.
Well, see, typical example. 4-man push by Nova towards a bomb site, not necessarily even wanting to plant that bomb, but knowing that with 2 snipers, that's technically going to be one less player able to really go for that core defense, right? So they expose Bunker Rock for that, come in, get the kills, 1 player left to go down, happy days. It's just really good awareness coming out from the Nova boys. 2 players down a piece, however, in this 4th round of Search and Destroy. I'm looking at Hez, looking for a bit of a defense, and now as the last player standing, he has it all to do.
He's got a lot of work cut out for him. He's going to have to take out Turu, Saturday, and the bomb's going to go down. Not going to make it any easier for him. It's going to be exposed right outside of Delhi. B-bomb side, 40 seconds for him to make his push. He's trying to see what is going on. You already know that they're over there on the site effectively. 2 players going to be pushing back towards blue. He go ahead and pre-fire that. Not going to get anything to hit. This is not looking good for him. Turu, did they have the SMRS out yet again, or were they just playing around with that? Okay, Turu does. Turu looking to mock Yaya here. I guarantee you it. He goes down.
Hez finds one.
Goes down.
He finds 2. Doesn't matter if there's 8 seconds left on the clock. He can still do something with that. Yeah, he is on a sliver belt. Hez pulls in. Is it too little, too late? Unfortunately, it is. But at the end of the day, trolling or not, credit to Hez for making the call and making the push. Point goes over to Nova. Quick thank you as well to Gilmania for the raid. You absolute legend. I know, but I felt on the hype. I felt on the rise, and I thought I'd put it out there. Gil, you legend, thank you so much.
Gil is a legend, man. I appreciate that raid coming through, my guy. Absolutely love Gil. He's a phenomenal caster for the Meeseeks crew. One of my, I picked him up myself, dude. He was already doing his thing, and I was like, bro, you need to come with me.
Okay.
Nonetheless, check him out. 4-1 now, as we do see BK actually with a 2-man advantage here, as Yaya and Saturn get traded. Karma's going to take down one with Don. Karma, oh my god,
no.
True Lily just absolutely
no.
As Nev going to get Karma, though. 2v2, bomb is in the hands of Nev. They're both going to be box side of the map, and looking to make a plant here, but not going to get it at A, as they got the information they did not like what they saw. Turu going to be right there on that statue tank. It's a tough one here.
And they're kind of in a position where they realistically can't even go towards B. The play comes in, the backstab. Turlelli onto Ragox. Happy days. Good play by Turlelli. Real proactive movement. And he gets a final kill, that quick scope. Point over to Nova. 5-1. This is game, set, match point in this series as well. Jesus. Sheesh. It's a tough series for Bunker Rock.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one as they're on match point. Nova is, that is. They're going to go ahead and play that aggressive A push. We're going to see Marky actually get take the shots on Pan, and Donlai going to be down. Oh my god, A was not the move. Hez going to be the last one alive. He's one shot. He's on the outsides of the haystack. He's going to get out. That's going to bring our first series to a conclusion, or our first series of the Mobile Mayhem 2021 season. Nova Esports winning in convincing fashion, 2-0.
I feel there was a little bit more there that I saw from Bunker Rock overall, but so many of their, I felt like they were quite linear with their movement, and there was a level of, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but there was a level of basicness on how they played, whether that's on fear or whether that's on whatever it is. But there was kind of like, even when they're attacking side, like going for the A bomb side, right? I'm not saying don't go for the push, but you're walking into the players from Nova who have proven to set themselves up as a strong team in those moments, and I felt like doing things like maybe trying to go for the B bomb plant would have been a bit better. Looking for the small pickoffs. You were happy to run double snipes when you were the defending side. Where was that when you were the attacking side, when snipes arguably become far more effective because you're able to maybe find a pickoff, use that body advantage, plant the bomb, get the movement, gain control. There's really nothing from that from Bunker Rog, and I see so much more. They've played a lot better in the past. They have. And I know it's easier said than done going up against what feels like giants in the COD Mobile EU scene that is Nova. But I try to isolate that, and I try to look at how they played within that series. And Bunker Rog have played much better in the past. They really have.
I've seen how they played in the Challengers event, and they played very convincing. It was very convincing that they should be here today. However, Nova just, I mean, I don't know. All those guys just got jacked up on gamer fuel and, just went head first. Like, the hard point, I don't think I've ever seen a 150 to 19. Even in 4v5 situations, I've never seen a 150 to 19. I saw something like that on the Masters in the NAC, but we won't talk about that. We'll go ahead and just move on from that series. A lot of work, for improvement, a lot of room for improvement for the guys who are Bunker Rock Esports. You say they have potential. I believe you. I like Pana. I like Ragox. And I was sitting here talking about Ragox being the better sniper. Pana ended up out-fragging him. It's not saying much, but there's definitely room for improvement. There's definitely a lot of talent on that roster, so I'm expecting a little bit more from them as the season progresses. We are actually going to get geared up for our second series of the day, but before we do, we're going to go ahead and hear from the interview that I had with Jim earlier. So we're going to have two segments. The first one we played then. Whoa.
Wait. Jim raided as well. I just want to. We have to give a shout out to Jim. He raided as well. Yeah. I just have to.
Perfect timing, my guy.
Much love to Jim for the raid. You're an absolute legend. Thank you.
You are absolutely part one of the Jim interview, guys. I know you came here just for that, right? The gameplay will be directly afterwards. Here we go. Today's Mobile Mayhem interview of the day. We got the pleasure of having Jim COD Mobile in the building with us from Tragic. Jim, how are you doing today, my guy?
Good, bud. I'm doing well. How are you?
Man, I cannot complain now. It's been a hot minute since we've sat down and talked.
Yeah, man.
Even before this interview, bro, it's like we never even left that conversation. Just the vibes are always on point.
Always on point. Always on point. I mean,
I'm not even, bro. Exactly, but at any rate, man, want to talk about a few things today. We're gonna have two segments for this interview. First segment, I definitely want to focus on and give you props to your growth on Trovo. The last time that we've talked, and even when Mod 6 interview talked, I mean, you've doubled your views, you doubled your followers, 8.1 thousand followers on Trovo, my guy.
Come a long way. Come a long way from the first time we spoke, and then I did the interview with Mod 6, and it's just kept going and going. I just keep growing, and it's great. Like I love my community. The support I get on Trovo, and even when I'm on and that sort of thing, the support's. It still baffles me today. Like every day, though, the viewers or whoever's watching me comes with something new that surprises me, or they say something about my gameplay that thinks, yeah, I'm doing the right thing, or I help someone or something like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I love it. I do genuinely have a love for streaming.
Oh, we could definitely tell, bro. I mean, and speaking of that, for any of these guys who are like new and upcoming. In the content creation section, or they're just now trying to start streaming, what kind of like helpful advice or tips or anything along those lines could you provide to them to keep them on track?
There's a few things really. There's two main things really that got me to where I was, and it's just be yourself. Just be yourself. If you want to be on camera, it helps. If you don't want to be on camera, don't be on camera. But just be yourself. Talk to your viewers. Make that connection. Building a connection with your viewers is really important. And the other thing is focus on your gameplay. Don't try and impress people. Just play your game. And the views, the following, it will come. That's two very important things I'd go with when first starting up. Focus on your gameplay and just be yourself, man. Just enjoy it. That's why you're doing it in the first place, right?
Oh, you were absolutely right. That's exactly what I started on. I started on playing, and it kind of, took off a little bit. I got up to about a K and a half, and then I started to focus on casting. So you never know what, the streaming platform is going to come to.
It's true. Yeah.
it led to other things. Now I'm on Twitter a lot more often. I interact with those people. I know you do as well. You're killing it on Twitter.
Yeah,
Any other
Twitter's fun, man.
What
Twitter's a
about
lot of fun.
Twitter? It's your main form of communication. What's up with your Twitter?
Yeah, for sure. My Twitter's booming. It's always booming. There's always something going on with Twitter, and there's so many interactions. I've got people that follow me and talk to me on a regular basis. I never thought like I'm just a guy from Birmingham, you know what I mean? I play a mobile game, and I'm talking with people with like 500k subs on YouTube, people from 100 Thieves. It's like this game and where we've took it from a year ago in EU to where we are now in EU. It shows, like especially on places like Twitter, Trovo, we're getting a lot more recognition. My Twitter's booming. That's what I can say about it, really. I do love being on Twitter, interacting with people. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, dude, and
sure.
that's a huge market to get into with NYSL recently picking up Trovo Mayhem's team.
Yeah,
I
huge.
mean,
Absolutely
how
huge.
big was that for the scene? That was like monumental for the mobile scene. It's one of the very first CDL League team, professional team to get involved with a mobile esports organization. So huge shout out to that, and
Absolutely massive.
very massive. And at that point, it leads me to think like if you're available at times to be available, bro, my guy. Twitter is a platform where you can reach out to Jim and myself as well.
For sure.
We're live on Trovo often. You more so
For
than
sure.
myself. And speaking of not to get too far off tangent, but that competitive scene that has been growing so vastly. I know that's one of the topics that we spoke on the last time we had our interview, but now I'm looking at the progression from then. Like when I first came into the EU scene, I wasn't skeptical. I wasn't, I was used to my, North America, NA, and LATAM teams from my Sunday Showdown tournaments that I've streamed.
Yeah.
Coming to this, and I was a little out of place, but coming from then to now, like.
So, well, how do I put it? In the past, probably the past, like, it's crazy. It's crazy how far EU's come in the past, probably 3-4 months. Like since the last time we spoke, which was probably about 4 months ago, if I'm not wrong.
That's right.
But now there's like 6. I'd say there's 6. Which went from there being 1 or 2 top contending teams every season of Mobile Mayhem, and now there's this stiff competition. There's like 6, maybe even 7 top teams. We've got Nova, XOXO, we've got Stamina, we've got Oxygen, Great Org. There's some big names coming into COD Mobile. Can't forget about Tragic. Can't forget about Viva Garcia / Ultima, I think they are now, who are definitely going to be a dark horse this season. But yeah, like, it's stiff competition. There's top tier competition at the moment. It's anyone's game, honestly. It really is anyone's game this year.
It is, and with Masters in the mix, we're in week 4 now. We're going on week 5 next week.
Yeah.
I have been more excited about watching the EU scene in that platform, and I get to cast the same teams on a weekly basis, 2 times a week for Mobile Mayhem. I'm astonished, man. I'm super proud of you guys. The growth in this community, the amount of people streaming now. We got Spy, we got Kosh. I mean, there are countless pros that were not.
I could name them all, man.
I mean, really though, who was streaming back then? Now and now who is streaming?
So back then it was, so realistically, if I go all the way back, it was before even I started streaming. It was like Grizz and Narcs from Stamina. And they were the people that I was looking at, thinking like, I like what they're doing, and I could do this. So one person who really supported me when I first started streaming, and props to him, was Grizz. Grizz always used to come through with them raids, man. Always, every time he helped me get to where I am. I can't forget that. But we went from me, Grizz, Narcs, to it being me, Grizz, Narcs, Spy, Leader, Marvel, Shark, Kosh, Drari. Who else we got? I know there's more people.
Oh, there's a ton more, bro. There's
loads,
casual people now
yeah.
streaming. It's, I mean, to not directly associate you with their success, I got to say, man, you've stuck through it. You've been A1 since day one, and we appreciate you, my guy. Give a shout out to Jim on Trovo. Of course, if you're not following him, you're missing out. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to get geared up for our second portion. We're going to go ahead and get back to some gameplay, guys. Looking forward to that second segment. You heard it from the man himself. Jim COD Mobile's in the building. We're getting geared up for our second matchup of the day. That is going to be Tragic taking on Ultima. Summit Hardpoint, Firing Range, Search and Destroy in a raid domination. This is a pretty stout best of 3, am I right? Imperium.
Add 2 poggers. Simple as that. Yeah, simple as that. It's gonna be really kick-ass. Cannot wait to see who comes out on top. Somebody asked me in the stream chat of who I thought would come out on top. For me, Tragic is the more likely obvious choice. But I also think that their performances have been a little bit they've been underperforming over the last 2 or 3 months. And I really think that's kind of hurt them a little bit, whether it's the mentality, whether it's the, not motivation, but just kind of, they're stuck. It feels like they're stuck in the rut a bit. But with this new Mobile Mayhem season, I'm hoping that they can look to kind of restart their good form, their good focus, their good intentions.
They're going to start off on the right foot today, going up against a pretty stout opponent in Ultima, who was formerly known as Viva Gracia. They are no pushovers. These guys are, I mean, they came onto the scene and they pretty much pushed their way up. I mean, you saw it there. Jim mentioned them as a top 6 team. That's right, guys. I do believe there are more than 6 teams that are keeping this this scene competitive, but those top 6 are very close in skill. We did see the Bunker Rog and Nova Esports matchup, and it just did not look good. You can't perform to your best abilities every day. You know, there are certain situations where, you know, Jim and I got to a conversation where he was talking about their gameplay and how their performance has been, and he would 100% agree with what you just said about their gameplay. So, definitely looking forward to seeing them bounce back today, though.
I even saw a tweet from Jim. I think it was maybe going back a week ago where he kind of noted that he's been playing terrible recently. I forget exactly what I said, so I don't wish to put words in his mouth. But and recognizing that and realizing that is just as important as anything else, right? Because when you recognize that you're underperforming, not only does it allow you to take a step back and start to go through the process of asking the questions and understanding why you're underperforming, whether there's a legitimate reason or not. But it then allows you to fix it and to start the process of change. Whereas when you're in denial and you're, let's say, because it can be so easy for you to blame the other team or blame something else or, you know, essentially avoid what is the truth, then you're just digging a hole even further. So recognizing that, realizing that you're underperforming, that's always going to be, in my eyes, a bit more of a positive. For Tragic, now they need to show that the bad run is over, the good run has begun. I want to see this 2-0 against Ultima.
Dude, just as much as you as I are actually going to go ahead and get ready for game number 1. I saw in chat someone ask, is Sap playing? No, dude, we banned that snowflake. He is out of here, bro. He is never performing in Mobile Mayhem ever again.
Who even is that guy?
Who even is Sav? I'm insulted that you came in my chat asking about that.
Yeah. That should be a banned word in chat.
As we start up, game number 1 is underway. We are going to see Tragic taking on Ultima in their first series and debut for the opening ceremony. P1 going to be opening up for business. Tragic going to be there to go ahead and collect a little bit of uncontested time. Nonetheless, though, there is some lurkers up top from Viva, or Ultima rather, and they're trying to make their way onto the point. Just not going to happen at the beginning.
Really good stuff, to be fair, from Tragic to kick things off. I was looking at Denza. Denza was playing phenomenally at the start of this game. He's been so proactive, picks up 1 kill, picks up a double, Keep your eyes on the prize, Denza. That's exactly what you need to do. Move, shoot, grab the kills, happy days. Even when he wasn't getting kills, what he was doing was he was getting damage off onto his opponents, slowing them down, repositioning, and doing the exact same thing. So really good job from Tragic and Denza specifically.
Denza popping off at the moment. I see Jim, a nostalgic villain itself, pulls out the shoddy. Haven't seen that in a season. Of course, it was banned last season. All is fair here in War as we do see him pull out that HSO. Gonna have that top control, and the guys who are Tragic gonna go ahead and be able to extend their lead as 4 points were only awarded to the guys over at Ultima. 30+ points now as P2's open, 7 seconds in. They're gonna get uncontested. Ari and Floritas are gonna be there to go ahead and spot him, take him out. That's gonna be an early retake for the guys over at Ultima.
And I gotta say, like, it's even better for Tragic considering it's essentially a 4v5. Like, there's this guy called Sav that's playing, and he's just dead weight to the Tragic side. Sorry, I joke. Sav has been performing really well, being awesome in the kill feed, picking up a strong amount of kills. But the comeback is showing from Ultima. The fight is there. Really good turnaround on the second hardpoint, at least in the first 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, man, I gotta give it to Sav, dude. 16-3 at the moment, and he is popping off with that AS Val. Now, I've heard a few people mention that the AS Val is a great substitute since the MP7 nerf. So I'm excited to see this gun finally make its way onto the meta. It has been a decent gun to use in seasons past, but right now it is being just an absolute torment for Ultima. Sav is 16-4. P3 going to be opening up 53-25. Ultima down bad so far. Tragic could have come out on top at the moment. We'll see if the guys over at Ultima can answer back.
Let's how about we head over to the comms of Tragic as they are in VC on the Discord, so we can definitely have a listening of what kind of voices are going through their heads, so to speak.
Let's hear it.
Hardpoint lost.
There's 2 A long, what the fuck?
Yeah, get long.
They're rotating next.
One top.
Go next.
From behind. Yeah. They
Two
connect
in,
now.
two pushing.
From long, he's pushing.
Open it, push through.
Get long.
Push through. I'm holding that all the time.
I'm going top.
I've got one going next.
One holding you long. Hardpoint identified.
Point the killer, don't know where he killed him though. Push the back mid, Enza.
Yeah, one is tractor and one is the barrel.
Got me on the back.
Yeah, I spawned down on.
The two on the back.
Equalizing hill.
Oh, one at the back of the back.
Pretty good.
Got one more at the back. Two.
Nice.
Two more at the back.
Alright, comms, pretty on point. All they're really, it seems like it's just all business. There's nothing else to talk about. Push through, I heard, the equalizer call out. I gotta give it to Goliath though. Goliath played that very well. He was waiting for somebody from Tragic to push onto P4, and he utilized the equalizer very well there. So gotta commend Goliath for that. 96-62 now, as Ultima is just right back in it.
Yeah, really good stuff from Ultima. Just to comment a little bit on those comms, I was low-key disappointed with those comms. I felt they were very, a little bit too quiet, not as proactive. I get that it was business as usual, and the call-outs were clear. There weren't too many people talking over each other, and that I can respect. But also felt like there was too many flat moments, too many quiet periods, right? There always has to be a little bit of noise because it's a symbolization of them keeping on their toes. You know, maybe them being quiet allowed Ultima to kind of get back into the game a bit, right? Because when you're quiet, there's something to be said about that and how that can correlate to how you're playing. However, looking at how it is right now, the players from Tragic have been able to increase that deficit a little bit further. 24 seconds on this hardpoint. 121-72. A close hardpoint game in Summit, but Tragic still controlling a good lead.
Oh, Jim, dude. He has owned P1 here. That HSO was popping He's 19 and 12 at the moment. He's got a
Yes.
death machine and a cluster. Go ahead and put this a bow and a ribbon on it. Just seal it up. That's game number 1. On that airstrike, he's got a teammate that's got one. Finally going to be taken down by Mar, 140 to 72. There should be no excuse to why they can't close it out here, as they're only about 10 seconds through, or 10 seconds left, and the second airstrike comes through from Jim. So that should be game number 1. We are going to see Tragic going to be up 1-0 in the series.
And again, a solid play from Ultimas. The way they got back into it, I think, was incredibly strong. Well, not incredibly strong, but quite strong. You pointed out Goliath. Goliath was very good on how he was being one step ahead of the Tragic players towards that individual hardpoint. And even things like towards the very end, right? I noticed that Tony was still trying to contest that hardpoint, even with like 1 second to go. And just that little strength of like not giving up until the very end, until it's literally over. Ultima showed a lot of strength in how they played. And I think, considering it was Hardpoint Summit, it didn't actually feel as frantic. The game felt quite calm, quite cool, quite collected from both teams. And that's really nice. It was a very refreshing Hardpoint Summit game. And it was enjoyable for a map that I'm not usually a fan of for Hardpoint. It's very enjoyable.
Yes, indeed, and I gotta make a mention. You brought something to the light when you were mentioning Tragic's callouts, and
yeah,
I have to say you were spot on. The fact that transition from P2 or P3 to P4 was completely silent. You saw the score. It was like 40 points uncontested. Like they racked up. While Tragic was basically dead silent at times. There were a few call-outs. There was a little bit of frustration. There was a little bit, but I did hear, the direction, the push. That's something that, could possibly contribute to, what has been going on in, their recent games. It could definitely be a situation that could be addressed. Nonetheless, they pull out a W in game number 1. That would just be an area and opportunity that if I'm the IGL for Tragic, I would make a point of. Go back and, study this particular point of the game, how it correlates to how many points that Ultima were able to rack up. Of course, you got the dub, so focus on that because that's all that matters.
Of course.
But if you're looking to improve, that is where I would start.
For sure. Sav dropping a massive 33-14. Just one thing to point out there. I love the fact that I had a joke and called him a deadweight when he was like 15-2, just for the absolute lulls. But yeah, Sav was definitely the centerpiece of giving Tragic the win across the board. Jim, definitely looking quite solid, but shotgun, summit, hardpoint, it's always going to give that strength and allow him to play his own game in that regard. I'm excited for Search and Destroy because I think with firing range, it's going to give a little bit of a more evenness between those two teams. But I do think the Tragic players are, correct me if I'm wrong on this, I feel like Tragic as a team are quite strong on firing range.
I hope they will. I hope they are. I'm not saying that to be biased or anything.
I think they are.
I think this is just a map that we've seen them play and dominate on in seasons past, whether it be Hardpoint, Domination, or Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy, especially. I wonder. I'm curious. Is Jim going to snipe on this map, or is he going to pull out a shotgun?
That's a good.
That's
good
right,
question.
Sev. I'm not going to bring any attention to your 33 and 14, my guy. It doesn't impress me, bro. What have you done for me lately?
I did.
Yeah, you did. But Sav and I, we got an arch nemesis thing going on here where he comes in, he calls me a snowflake. I ban him in my chat. Now I unban him and I call him a snowflake in someone else's chat. Not gonna give you the satisfaction of the day, Sav. Not today, buddy. I don't care what you're doing on Search and Destroy. I don't care if you drop a nuke, my guy. It's practically impossible to do that. I wouldn't be impressed if you did.
Oh man, brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Quick also shout out to her dad in chat.
Oh yes, her dad and
noticed
Ice.
me, so
oh
I thought
God,
I just thought I'd say that. Also, just because apparently seems to be bit of a hype person for me. So thank you so much for that. But look, teams are changing sides. Waiting for the final SS screenshot to come on board. Then we'll be ready to go. We mentioned it during the Challenger series, but compared to last season, so towards the end of last season, because we're running the same rule set as Masters, and compared to last season when towards the end we did allow, as far as I remember, we allowed iPads, and then it got changed back because of the rule change across the board. But instead of running the double screenshot system, it's just one screenshot that the teams have to provide, because it is phones only, and because it's only one screenshot, things generally do tend to be quicker between each match, and we are heading into this one.
We are. Search and Destroy, firing range. Ronan, if you can hear me, buddy, flip the script at the top so the teams can reflect the right ones. They flip sides. We see it here. I'm gonna get this cartography. There we go. We got it right. I'm gonna get this positioning right one day. Right now we can see the scores. That's the most important part. Route number 1, we're gonna see the defending side be for Tragic, and the guys over at Ultima are gonna have the bomb in hand. Mari, they are all going to be playing very conservatively, and with Jim's positioning, I can assume that he's got a shotty in hand because he's already in top wood. Tony! Gonna go ahead and get the snipe as he evens up the board. 4 all going in. Sav gonna be half held. Hisoka, who was recently picked up, that was a phenomenal pickup for Tragic, as Hisoka has been a top frag for regardless of what team he was on in season past.
Oh, but then Goliath flips the switch, turns around, grabs the kill on the Sav, leaving Tragic with just 2 players left up. Denza comes in. Man, Denza stepping up to the plate in his own right as well, picking up a kill, making it 2-2 apiece in this first round of Search and Destroy.
Yep, the guys over at Ultima are going to have to pick up this bomb. He is going to get collected outside of the showers area or restroom, whatever you call that. And it does look like Tony and team are going to be trying to make their way over to A-Long. No, Goliath is trying to push for this B push. And I think Drari is in a pretty solid position to prevent that. So we'll see if Tony and Goliath collect themselves here and get this bomb plant. 2v2 scenario, 30 seconds left on the clock. As we do see Drari actually get spotted. He's going to be taking down Goliath with the shots. And that's going to leave Denza on his own. He's going to be right outside the B side effective. Tony going to get spotted. Tony not going to be taken down because guess who's there? Goliath.
Beautiful.
Tremendous gameplay and coordination from the guys over at Ultima.
So the defense from Tragic was a good idea, but it required, because I like Denza's high ground kind of tower position, and he was close to Drari. But what that required was it realistically required Drari not getting taken out. Because Drari kind of stepped out and got taken out, it eliminated the strength of that defense that Tragic pulled out. Great play. We're in this round 2. 3 players from Tragic down right off the bat. And leaves Hisoka and Sav left to their own devices once again.
Yep, and we are seeing a completely different Ultima here in game number 2. It was close at a point for the hard point, but let's be real. This Search and Destroy looking pretty dominant for Ultima at the moment. So Sav and Hisoka going to be left all on their lonesome. It's a 4v2 as Sav does pick up 1. He's got the AS foul back for game 2. Oh, Hisoka getting napled. That's right, Naples there with the shots. He's going to go ahead and collect a bomb. Going to get that bomb plant down as Goliath seals the deal. That's going to be 2 straight rounds in Ultima's favor.
Goliath, man. Dude, 5-0. 5-0 for Goliath. His positioning in this game so far has been phenomenal. The way he's played around this map has been on point. Is it down to Tragic maybe not playing as heavily as a team in these open areas? Possibly, yeah. As the Pals comes in to take down Sav, another one onto Jim. Denza does return. 110%, but Ultima are playing this map like accordion, just so finely tuned.
Tragic's aggressive push might pay off. As I say that, Tony actually takes down Drari, so It almost feels like Ultima is like reciprocating that energy. It's like, oh man, there we go. Tragic steals one round there, but that could have gone either way. Like, they played so aggressively off the bat.
Yeah.
It could have panned out just like the last round. Tragic looking to get back in this thing. 1-2, still a close game. We'll see how they fare here in round number 4. Looking for a Goliath. Goliath finally gets dropped that last round, his first kill of the game. He's going to be one of those standout players to look for here in this next round. Drari get lasered. Naples picks up 2.
God.
That's going to leave, yes, you guessed it, Sav and Hisoka back in a 2v5 by themselves.
Like, that's the thing. Tragic, you need to flip the switch. You need to try something different. It's clearly not really working out for you. Now as they go for that full 5-man push across the board, Goliath finds one, Nepal's find the last, and that is Ultima with their round number 3 on board. I may have pointed out that Tragic do tend to be quite good on firing range, but Ultima are just showing how it's done even more effectively. So last round for them is the attacking side. Verdict. Let's see if they can make a bit of a strong push on board.
Well, Hisoka gonna get taken down early as Naples picks up his first this round. He's up at 8 kills at the moment. Florida's gonna take down Sav. Drari picks up 2. It's an even 3-all. The B site was only manned by 2 players. Both of those players are down. No, Drari gonna be on the backside. Another cheeky one as he is able to take one. He's gonna be traded. And Tony gonna take down Drari there. That's gonna leave Jim on his lonesome.
But Drari, why did you push that? When you know you're on your own, you've done a great job of creating the backstab, giving your team the advantage. You're now leaving it all on the line for Jim. Jim comes in, gets one, gets second. Jim clutches up. But let's be fair. That shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have been that way.
But it did.
They may have won the round, but Drari, that moment definitely didn't need to happen.
It didn't, but it did. Jim left on his own. He got 3 to close the round out. Pulls out the sniper. Hits 1. Naples, 1 shot. Pulls out the pistol there. Not going to be able to get that to land. Nonetheless, he is going to be taken down. No, Naples is still alive. That is not a good sign if you're Tragic. Naples has been a lethal weapon here in game number 2. 9-3 so far. We're talking about Goliath and his shots. Let's be fair. Oh man, Naples gonna finally get taken down. Florida's gonna be left alive. 1v3 scenario. They pick up 2 kills before Jim closing out the round yet again.
Okay, Jim. Okay. It's a ramp up for Tragic, but I gotta point out Florida's with a double kill was very effective. Beautiful to see. Now we get into the next round. It's 3 apiece for both teams. A very, very close search and destroy game. Credit to both teams. This is the second series of day 1 of the Mobile Mayhem summer season. Florida's gonna grab one. Tony onto Jim to kick things off. Anything you can do, I can do better. It's Goliath is gonna be able to run in and gets the kill onto Sav.
It's a 3-all. No, it's a 3-2 as Mar gonna go down. Was a 4-3. Hisoka, 1 shot. He's going to be taken down. Floridas picks up another. Denza, 1v4, 1v3 scenario. He's 1 shot. Denza going to be taken down. Florida's going to be A-long. That was a difficult one. I saw Floridas struggle a little bit there. That recoil got a little bit out of hand. Nonetheless, was able to finish him off. That is a 4-3 advantage in favor of the guys over at Ultima. They are keeping this thing close. Jim pulling out the sniper, though, it just feels right.
It does feel right. Let's see if it will feel right in his hands when he gets those snipes off. If the trigger discipline is there. He's going to get taken out by Nepals. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs all falling apart as Nepals comes in to get 2 more. 3-piece on board for Nepals, the myth, the legend.
Hisoka going to go down to Mari. Denza also going to go down on the back of Naples 3-piece. They are on match point. We are looking to go to a game 3, and I am absolutely loving it so far.
Yeah.
Ultima playing their best. Tragic trying to stay back in it. It's just looking like Ultima's day here in the search and destroy on firing grade. Jim going to go ahead and collect the bomb push that same A-long area. Is it going to pan out better this round? You got 2 players in Armory, which has seemed to be the area in which he gets spotted from the most. Gonna have to clear Armory out first if you're gonna make that A-long push. 2 snipers there, if I'm not mistaken, Tony and Naples. You could definitely expect some danger if you're Tragic.
I like the fact that Tragic are also respecting Ultima in this round by slowing down a bit, right? If you look at the 2 previous rounds, they were a bit more aggressive and they arguably got punished for it. Jim looking to grab the information. He has an idea that Nepal's is there, but he's on his own, and as a bomb holder, he's taking a massive risk for the time being.
Smart move, go ahead and gets the plant. Does not challenge. Tony, however, does pick up a kill onto Sav. Okay, trophy system saves him once. Goliath's going to be in trailer. He's going to be having 2 different angles. Naples,
Jim.
get lasered. Goliath's still a threat here in this trailer area as he is trying to make the push. Not very confident in it so far, but with that being said, Floridas. Get it. It's a 1v1. Drari, Floridas. Drari. Gonna push back. Gonna get the nade out. Is not gonna hit in time. No, yes it does. We're going to another round. Well played.
Beautiful.
Well played.
Beautiful. That was a tiny, just a teeny tiny bit of a mistake in play from Floridas. But I get the commitment. Good play at the end of the day for Drari. The switcheroo. I saw Floridas come out, light up the place, and definitely put the sweats onto Tragic as we're in 5-4.
Now, I got to go ahead and notate this. An interesting strategy. They throw the smoke trailer side, yet push towards the B side. Now, they're going to push back to A. I'm not 100% on the strategy, but I'm kind of digging the throw off there. They did initially push towards the A side, but what's the thinking push it back towards A? I'm kind of like, they're at a standstill now. And the reference that you made earlier about respecting, I'm not sure if that was a respectful hold or if that was a fearful one, as they knew they were on match point.
No, it was a respectful one. There's elements of fear too, but that isn't in a bad way, right? Fear is a saying, but it's also an emotion. But it's an emotion that comes from awareness. It comes from understanding, right? It all depends on how you overall perceive it at the end of the day. But for me, it was a good call for this round. I do like the fact that Tragic are constantly moving, that they went for a bit of a bait. They're creating, moments of uncertainty on the track that comes on through. But Mar with 2 kills before he gets taken out.
Bro, I got to say, I literally spectated him as soon as both of those players came across. He just stood there. He waited for the perfect time. He's like, is there any more going to be coming through there? No, there's not. Blast laser. 2 cheeky kills for him as we do see him get taken out there, though. Bomb's going to be planted. 40 seconds on the clock for the guys over at Ultima. They're going to be making their push through. Florida's going to lead the way. Going to take some shots on Hisoka. Hisoka going to get 1. Hisoka going to get a hit marker on another. Gets a 50% stab. Picks up the kill. Tony. You are the last one alive, my guy. If you don't secure this one, we're going to go to a round 11. Hit marker does not count. Drari there to clean the tables off. We're going to a round 11. We're going to see this flipped sides. Who are we rooting for? Who is your victor today? Who's going to take this matchup? Is it Tragic? That'll be a 2-0. Is it Ultima? I want to see a game 3, guys.
Yeah, I want to see a game 3. As much as I talked about wanting to see Tragic 2-0 this for their own confidence, for their own level of performance, this series has been so close that we, the viewers, everybody deserves a game 3 for this action-packed Day 1 of the Mobile Mayhem Summer Season. Jim with the sniper picks up the first 2 kills, leading the way for his Tragic team.
Yo, Jim hitting some nasty shots. He might get a wallbang here on Mari. Laying down in the bottom wood area, rotating back. He knows he's in bang area.
Oh, no. Oh, Mar. Oh. Mar, you are so far out of place, it's not even funny. And it all goes horribly wrong as Denza grabs the final kill. Nothing left on the line as Tragic are pushed, but they push back twice as hard. And they take the final round, and they take this series against Ultima 2-0.
What a search to destroy, man. I had no idea Tragic were capable of that kind of comeback. And I say the comeback, it was pretty dominant at the beginning. Let's be real. Ultima played, I mean, with Naples popping off 12 kills, it was almost everything was stacked against them, yet they somehow managed to come back. There were several times, Tragic they weren't supposed to win that. Let's just say that. I'll be fair. Ultima, that should have been your game. Tragic, I don't know where you pulled it out from, but you did it. Congratulations. You go 2-0 in this series, as we are going to be getting geared up for the next series. I didn't even get a chance to take a look at the scorecard. I am botting out over here, bro. I haven't eaten in like a few hours. Had the gym interview to do this morning.
It's cool. Like, when you're looking at the scorecard, I think Sav had a slightly disappointing game, to be fair. 4-8 going against them. Sorry, 4-9, actually.
Get him out of here. Get a sub in.
So, you absolute troll.
Our roster's locked.
But to be fair, you absolute asshole.
I know, right? I love it.
But the rest of the Tragic team did all carry their own weight. Drari 10-7, really positive, and Jim 8-8. I think, Jim is always that player that kind of plays on the line of, popping off, but also being on the receiving end of dying a lot. And that's just, I feel like, how Jim is in a lot of ways. But still a strong game, and he was, at the end of the day, that difference maker, especially for that final round. So, and then for Ultima, Nepal's Goliath. Floritas had a couple of really standout moments. So did Tony and Mar. I really think all of Ultima really showed their strengths. The overall score series doesn't represent how good Ultima played in that game, but being dominated so heavily on hardpoint definitely didn't help. Let's see what they can do in the upcoming days.
Looking forward to it, as I say that Isel comes through with the GGWP and the winner chicken dinners. You have been a delight today. We appreciate you and her dad. Not her dad, but her dad, the person. You guys get it. There's no pun intended there.
That's why that name is OP, because
that name
just
is OP.
connected.
It's not as OP as Mr. Floppy Fish, but let's be real. He didn't make
True.
He didn't make the cut. Hopefully he'll get picked up by another team so we can continue on with that name ranting. We're gonna get geared up for our next series. This should be an exciting one too. One of the probably most underrated EU competitive teams in the scene at the moment. Very, very liable to upset anybody at any given time. XOXO going to be making their debut in the stream today. They're going to be taking on Fusion. So, in a few moments as I grab a cup of water, we shall be right back. XOXO and Fusions gonna be battling it out here. While I walked away, I did see Annie come through and drop 5 studs. And I did not call you Izzy. I called you Isel because that's how it's said, right? It's Isel. Is it Isel? Is it Isel? Is it Isel? Correct me, because I'm reading it in chat. I'm sorry
what kind of name is that?
I mean, he's trying to save me too much here today. Nonetheless, our best of 3 for today. XOXO and Fusion's Hardpoint Summit. Again, that's not right, is it? No, come on. Hey, Ronan, bro, come on. Hey, we're working here. What's going on? That is not the correct best. Get that updated as Ronan's got some other things going on too. We'll cut him some slack here, and we'll go back to focusing on.
Cut him a little bit slack.
Yeah, we'll cut him just a little bit. Everybody gets one. Isel, if you're out there, let me know how you pronounce your name, and I promise you the next time I say it, it will be correct. Or slightly butchered, but more accurate than was before.
Well,
slightly butchered.
But wait, Ronan's like, wait, what's wrong? And then Fanta's like, no, they all pick the same, bruh.
It still says like, Tragic and Ultima, though. Come on, man.
Oh, okay. Does still say Tragic? Ronan. Oh, Ronan. Terrible.
Oh, Ronan.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Oh,
Ronan. Oh, you're terrible. There we go.
he just he was like, oh, so basically. But anyway, so.
This guy.
So yeah, hardpoint summit, search and short firing range, domination, standoff if we do get to game 3. To kind of extend what you said before we go on a break, indeed, XOXO, I would say that they're the legend killers, right?
Oh,
they're
definitely.
slowly starting to become legends, but they're kind of the legend killers, I feel, of the COD Mobile EU scene right now. One of the biggest positives that they made over the past few months is bringing Neil into the roster, and I really feel that with that addition, they've added so much dimension and strength through their roster, and then players like Balance, you see him just picking up steam so much more. Litigas on point at times, Faint and Creed. Together, they just seem to find the magic within to take down and topple these Slayers. In the Masters, they've been stepping up to the plate as well, right? In a tournament that has a lot of weight behind it, to step up the way XOXO have been doing, I think is very valuable. So for XOXO, I'm super excited to see how they're playing. For Fusion Z, look, they have Milk Beer, which in itself, I'm happy to see, because I miss my Milk Beer, for sure. But other than that, I'm just not too familiar with the roster. So my mind is also my mind is open basically to be seeing what they have to offer.
Is what he's saying.
Basically, yes.
You see that episode of Rick and Morty? Show us what you got. Okay, if you did, it's funny.
Probably.
You gotta watch it. Rick and Morty, awesome.
Okay.
A Pickle Rick. Game number 1. Hardpoint Summit. We got it here. XOXO Fusions looking to make their debut on the summer 2021 season. And I gotta say, I'm loving the XOXO profile pictures. They're simple, they're to the point, they're easy to understand, and you can't get misled there. They're colorful, they're super exciting. So we'll see how they fare here in game number 1. They're gonna have to do it against Fusions on this map that we just saw for Hardpoint. As the players get to choose what maps they want or banned, at least to my understanding, this is a map that was left in the pool. T1 opening up, and the guys over at Fusions are going to have an early advantage.
Ooh, RZM stepping up, Milk Beer playing on through. He has a shotgun in his hands, and quick shout out or shotgun out to Kosh, who pulled in a massive raid on board in the stream. Thank you very much, my friend. Woo! Let's go. You've come at the right time, viewers. We're into the 3rd series of the day.
Show me what you got. See, Yo Mania knows. He put it in chat. P1 been
Yes,
also
sir.
all in favor of the guys over at Fusions. They're going to have a massive advantage going into the P2 transitions. XOXO finally making their way in to the point. They're going to rack up a few points. And I got to say, I'm digging the Neil pickup. I am loving the fact Lydia, I'll give you a little backstory. Lydia was a player that has always been on the roster, but as a sub, they do not speak the same language. So there are no comms from Lydia. She is a girl, by the way.
Yeah.
And she is a beast.
I'm aware of that.
Okay, well, I didn't know. Not a lot of people are, trying to assume or anything like that.
That's true.
You know what?
Yeah,
we live in a cancel culture. I can't assume anything.
I feel it, man. No, it's true, and it's great to see her just, evolve and prove herself, and there's, overall an opportunity that's being given, as it constantly is across the ecosystem for players. She's been given this opportunity. She's taking it and grabbing hold of it. But the comeback has been shining through for the XOXO players as they even go into the lead on this P2. Good comeback, good control as we're getting into the final 15 seconds of this one.
Creed absolutely lasering right now. He is playing with the Vow. We saw it in last matchup. Sav was utilizing it. Now we're going to see it from Creed. Creed, 13-5 at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on with Neil at the moment, but I've seen players struggle on this map in particular. I don't know if that's a situation that Neil has found himself in, but he is in the donut hole category at the moment as P3 opening up 56-36, about a 20-second deficit that the guys over Fusions are going to be able to make up as they have the early advantage. We're going to see the break come through from Balance. Balance going to go ahead and secure it out, and that is going to be an early take for the guys over at XOXO.
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
Creed, beautiful stuff with that death machine. He does go down eventually at the hands of Milkbeer, but either way was able to be integral to his team grabbing a 30-plus point lead against the side of Fusion Z. Balance hanging around inside the corners doing a decent bit of damage. Picks up one, picks up two. Balance coming on through.
And now what was a close game, even an early advantage for the guys that were Fusion Z, they are going to be at a 60-plus point deficit as XOXO were able to break 100 on that P3 point. We're see this retake come through. Fibble going to be on the top of Plow. He might be able to get Creed. Nope, Creed going to be taken down.
Fahim.
And Neil with the hunter-killer drone from Fahim.
Real good turnaround though, as Balance once again kind of picking up the pace across the board for his team. Because let's be fair, it's been a poor game from Neil. Picked him up, but he's on 0-10. You know, that's not a good stat to be on at this stage of the game. But he picked up second. But when you have a player like Balance who's on 20-7, make that 28, you know you're in good order across the way. Feints. Hanging on to the corner of this hard point. Gonna get taken down by the death machine of Fahim. But when Fahim is on his own, it's just gonna be the clouded through play from the players. Man, so good from XOXO. 142 heading in to this game, winning hard point.
You know, this matchup could have gone either way at the beginning as XOXO found themselves in a bit of a deficit. But they were able to manage adversity very well, and everything just seemed to turn in their favor. It kind of helps when you got the likes of Creed, Balance popping off. Neil, it's okay, buddy. We forgive you. Everybody gets one. We said it earlier. Not even going to mention that kind of performance. Saf had one like that earlier, and, you know, I don't even know how he's even signed to a team at this point. Game number one, XOXO wins in convincing fashion, 150-43. Balance 22 of 8, 20 and 8 for Creed. As we see a minute and 24 for Balance, that very balanced scorecard for him. Minute 24 on the hill. Well played.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. Balance. Despite I know it's kind of all of the XOXO players, but I mentioned him on his own because I know what Balance can do. I've seen it so many times. He's a literal pleasure to watch across the way. Backed up by Creed. Phenomenal stats, 20 and 8. For Fusion Z, like, I really love that start from them, right? They came out of the gate swinging. To be fair, they started that summer hardpoint the way you should always start a summer hardpoint. Right? Out of the gate swinging, push in on that first hardpoint, which can be ultimately a tricky hardpoint to control. But man, the shotgun play from, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was RZM, was fantastic, and Milk Bear showed his strength as well. Just not being able to sustain that into P2 and then getting defeated from there on out, just, it's like they put all their energy into that first hardpoint and then ran out of steam. It's a shame, but I love the idea. Just need to execute it for a little bit longer, Fusion Z.
I got to say, you're absolutely on point with that. They came out the gate swinging. It seems as though they just didn't have the stamina to stand into the ring for that much longer. It's, you take a few shots and you get up a few points, and they weren't able to capitalize. It did help, or XOXO, it did help that XOXO had a cluster from Creed that cleared all of that catwalk at, point.
True,
and then
true.
that kind of anchored them to, push for the P3 area. So, all in all, that game realistically could have gone either way, but with Creed popping off that cluster strike, it really set the tone for XOXO moving forward. So a very stout first performance for both teams. In all reality, the scorecard shows one thing, but let's be real, it could have gone either way. It was pretty dicey at the beginning. So we'll see how the guys over at Fusions pan out here in game number 2. They're going to be able to do it on a search and destroy firing range. We just saw that one as well, so we already know. We're already excited and hyped with this map can bring. I'm looking for Fusions to, continue that first strike approach and see how it fares out for them, as they're going to be on the defending side. So we'll see how they play it here. Or we did switch sides. I did get everything flipped, so we don't even see the scoreboard changes. Waiting for one more screenshot, and we'll be good to go.
Like, the only thing is that a little bit of a shame is that obviously with the switching of sides, Fusion Z aren't going to be on the attacking side for the first 5 rounds. They're going to be on the defending side.
That's correct.
But it doesn't mean that they can't come out of the gate swinging. They can't into the players from XOXO, especially if Neil is rocking that sniper. We know how dangerous he can be. But I do think that they can control this one. They need to. But I'm kind of not sure how much I want to see a game 3 for the time being. Not quite sure.
Back in a few seasons ago when XOXO was one of those teams that were, I'm going to go ahead and say it, mediocre at best. I think one of the things that they lacked the most of was a sniper. So I am absolutely loving the pickup of Neil. Obviously, he didn't have the best game last game. They are going to have an uncontested push. Nope, Lennox is going to be there for the contest, but Balance going to be there to support his bomb planter. They're going to go ahead and get it down. It's a 4v2, already looking promising for the side of XOXO.
Bomb has been planted.
But look at Milkbeer and Fibble. They're on the opposite ends of the map. That can't be the case. They need to rejoin back up together. There's no way you're going to make any kind of real successful play. Lydia comes in to get the kill. Neil onto Milkbeer. And it was a good start for Fusion Z. They actually got the first kill, believe it or not, onto XOXO. But again, you got to be able to use that to turn it into a controlled defense. They didn't. They got suppressed. They got outgunned in those moments. And in the end, it was XO to come out on top in this round 1.
Yeah, let's just be real. Whenever both of your last 2 teammates who are alive end up on the opposite side of the map, it's never a good side, especially in a 2v4 situation. We're going to find ourselves yet again in a 5v4 man advantage in favor of Fusion.
5v3.
See if they can be able to... A 5v3 now. Great. Fahim hitting shots as he's top 10. Bomb's going to go down regardless of that, as Balance feints and Lydia just keeping it business as usual. The fitting play from Balance takes out one. Lydia going to even things up as it is a 3-all. Bibble going to be there for the contest.
Finally! There's that body advantage is working, right? Because Lunox came in around the back end and got got a couple of kills. Now, as it happens, it is still a 1v1 with 10 seconds left on the clock. Out on towards the sideline. Misses
Lydia.
the opportunity. Why did you shoot from so far away? Oh, my Lord. Feels bad, man. That terrible execution in that 1v1. Lydia flipped the switch, got the kill. Round 2 over to XOXO.
You know what? I was about to say, Lydia was so focused on trailer at one point. I for sure thought she was going to get ear-holed, like they were going to come from that side. That's where they're pushing. And nonetheless, the situational awareness. Lydia going to be taken down early as Fibble with the slide peek gets 2.
Oh, nice.
Fibble. Oh my God, Fibble picks up 3 as Milk Bear comes through with the trades, and that is going to do it. RZM going to clean the house. One round does go in favor of Fusions. The B push was on point, or the B defense was on point for the guys over Fusions.
Yeah, fair play. Good stuff from the side of Fusions. Like, that turnaround, considering, you know, how they nearly threw the second round away. Well, how they did throw the second round away is definitely a lot more confidence, a lot more aggressive. But Lydia Balance, they come in to fire 4-2 kills between them. Creed turns around, goes into trailer, and eliminates RZM. Just Fibble and Lunox left standing.
Fibble, I would not have challenged that, my guy. However, you did. Mid and Neil going to go ahead and secure that last shot. 3-1 as we're getting closer to that side flip. The advantage is in favor of XOXO. They have played this Search and Destroy pretty well, even with the man disadvantages. The 4v2 scenario, I don't know how you lose control of that. Nonetheless, they found themselves in that position, and we're able to overcome that adversity as we're getting geared up for this next round. What's good, baby girl? You're hungry? What you want, baby?
Okay.
My bad. Little one's right here. She just said that she is hungry, so I'm going to get her something to eat in just a second.
No problem, my friend. If you want to, you can go ahead and do that. Depending on how long it's going to take, I continue bringing us the action in this round. 3-1 in the favor of XO. 3 players apiece left in this game. Have a look at Milk Beer inside the trailer. It's going to get taken out by Lydia. I gotta be aware of those footsteps. That was really bad by Milk Beer, to be perfectly honest.
That was a well played for Lydia as the situational awareness came through yet again. They are going to be spotted as Fibble picks up another. It's a 2v2. Fades and Balance looking to get the shots in. Balance lands one on Linux. Fibble going to be there to even the board, and Feints going to get the call out, waiting for the push out from Fibble. I'm sure he'll spot it. Is he AFK on top of wood?
Wait.
No, he is not.
No, he's not.
He was playing Gargoyle there, bro.
I thought he was AFK as well, because I was wondering that myself at the same time. He moved out of the way just in time. He has 30 seconds left. Now I'm going to pick up the shotgun, knowing that he's in the corner of the room. Out he goes, jumping around. Face headshots him to the ground and picks up the point. But I have to say, credit to Fibble, because he knew, he heard the footsteps. He had an idea that Feints was going to make his way up the stairs. So by jumping out the window, he thought he could get a bit of a backstab turnaround at the bottom of the stairs. In the end, it didn't work out that way.
Neil gets that first shot. A-Long is a lot of traffic, my guy. You don't have any support. He pushes out in no man's land. Pays the price as Milk comes through and gets the frag. It is 3-all now as Fibble picks up one. We're going to see Creed try and get some shots. He's going to get a 50 assist. He takes down Fibble. That's going to leave Milk on his lonesome, and it is not looking good for Milk as I am going to step away real quick. She is going to get that food. I'll be right back. You take care.
Go for it. Oh, got Milk? Well, I'll tell you what. Seems like the players from XOXO, they've got Milk. They've got Milk in the palm of their hands. Feels bad, man. Got caught out inside trailer with that trap. Boom. Round over to the side of XOXO. 5-1 game set match point as well, if I do say so myself. Fibble with the bomb in his hands, gonna play around. Moving it in, going for that strong B push. Right now, Creed is there in his own. He's gonna get absolutely strangled to the ground by RZM. Lydia onto Fahim. Milk Beer returns onto Balance. 2 players down for the side of XOXO as Fibba is gonna plant that bomb right on the B cap.
Yep, was that an echo I saw from Melk? I seen him do that in Challenger Series, just swap out sniper or shotguns, and it panned out a few. That's not gonna pan out as Lydia gets them. We are gonna see the bomb planted. 30 seconds left. Lydia picking up 2 big kills. Fibble gonna take down Neil. Fibble gonna be taken down. RZM gonna be left in a 1v2 scenario.
RZM nearly takes him out, but Lydia is going to get the job done with the body shot, sending the BM. They're playing with their food right now, knowing that they have all the time in the world to get the final round, to get the bomb defused, and take this series 2-0.
GG Fusions, GG XOXO. We see XOXO pick up 2 wins in a row. They are going to be the series champion there. They are going to rack up those 20 points as this point system hasn't been discussed yet, but it's the same, I'm assuming, from last season. So 20 points for 2 nils, 15 points for 2-1. And if you are a 1-2 situation, you'll receive 5 points for that 1 win. So, of course, you won't receive anything if you get 2-0 at this point. Game number 2 does go in favor of XOXO. Lydia with the heavy carry, 12-3. Get out of here.
Yep. Yeah. She was on point this game. Stand up, Lydia. Fantastic performance. Feints following too. And again, it's like when you have like 2 of your players only dying like 2-3 times each. Like, that is massive, because the more they're on the map, the more rounds in a row, the more their confidence goes. Even if they don't get, like, massive amount of KDs, the fact that, like, they only died a minimum amount of times, that is absolutely massive across this series. So really well played by XOXO. For Fusion Z, I saw sparkles of brightness. I noticed RZM popping off at times, Fibble trying to make some plays, Milk Beer shining on some elements. I don't know whether they're a relatively new roster, how long that they've been playing together, but if they are, just keep it going and keep evolving, because again, I'm seeing some strengths in how Fusion Z play, and I'm excited to see them move forward and how much they keep improving.
I completely agree with you. That was a well-played matchup. It was close at one point, but the guys over at XOXO just, I mean, they played the Search and Destroy like they played the Hardpoint.
Yeah.
A little slow to start, but a very strong finish. Looking forward to both of these teams throughout the season, as this is just the first day. We got 6 more weeks to come, guys. There's plenty of action. And with that being said, plenty of action left here today, as we got 1 more series. But before we get into that series, we're going to hear from the guys over at Activision and COD Mobile for an ad, and then we'll jump directly straight into the second portion. That's right, guys. There's more of Jim for you guys to see. Know how much you love Jim in our second portion of that interview. So don't go anywhere. You're going to be full of excitement for that. So we'll be right back.
To another level, dream to the finish with a team, independent, yeah. We moving like a steamroller, really, we extreme with it, feeling kind of mean with it. The rise will be televised. Are you ready for the rise? Are you ready for the rise? The rise will be televised.
We're back for our second segment of today's interview. Jim, COD Mobile, still with us. Today, we're going to branch off onto a completely different subject than what we were talking about. Kind of similar, but more along the lines of Tragic's progression in the Masters tournament that's currently going on. Currently, you guys are sitting at a 2-2 record and are looking to clinch a playoff berth. So kind of walk me behind some of the matchups that you guys had, what kind of adversities you've had, situations that you have on a regular basis.
Yeah, so I'll be real with maybe a little underprepared. After the first week, we had an easy win. Second week, pretty sure it was second week, easy dub again. And we started slacking. Like we thought, yeah, we got this, we qualified. And then we got third week, we got matched up with Stamina, who came out and really surprised us. We underprepared, definitely, but they were the better team on the day. And then, of course, we got Nova. Everyone knows how Nova are playing recently. They're really good. So right now we've got... we're in a situation where we've got 1 week left to qualify. And it's difficult, really. Like, I didn't think we would be in this situation, but maybe that's why we are in that situation. Because we tried to play smart. We've played different play styles, so people don't really know what we're actually going to do when it comes down to like when it matters. We've got a lot hidden up our sleeves for definitely for this last week because we've got to use it now. It's not like we can. This last week matters to us, so we've got to show up and show out how we actually play, and then the playoffs for real.
That's another beast
game,
right
man.
there.
Anyone's game because I'd hope to think that all the teams in EU have been holding back their strategies and just going with the bare minimum to get a qualify instead of going all out, and everyone's watching, because if you've went all out and people are watching, man, other teams are watching how you play, so...
Oh, for sure. Everyone, I mean, I got to say, it's definitely more entertaining than a lot of the matchups I've seen in the NA scene.
Well,
I mean, thoughts.
How many nukes have we saw in NA in a T1 competitive $50,000 tournament? How many nukes have we saw?
There's a lot on the line, and teams are over here getting nuked. And those same teams, believe it or not, are 2-2.
2-2, and that's what I mean. Like, it's the skill gap in NA is huge. Let's say probably 4 or 5 months ago in Europe, we had that sort of skill gap. There was maybe 1, 2, 3 top teams. But in NA right now, you can only see NYSL and Tribe dropping numbers. They're the only 2 teams that I can really see showing up. And there's Truly as well.
Truly as well.
I'm not wrong. Truly can compete as well. So you've got 3 teams.
Arsenal as well. I don't know how well they'll play against a Tribe, but, you know, Mayhem obviously didn't have their best week against Tribe. Certain situations. Sure. I know Day covered it on The Spawn, which is another Mobile Mayhem show. If you're not watching it, follow Denominate. Great content coming from him. But he covered a lot of that in that particular situation, so it could definitely speak to how Mayhem's performance was then to now. But I mean, the skill gap in NA versus EU right now, EU is probably the most entertaining, the most competitive, coming from a few months back where there were times where I had people of very respectable standards just looking completely down on the EU scene and shutting them out. Look at us now, and I say that I'm in NA, bro. I'm in America, but my home is in EU right now, my guy.
It's true, bro. There's a few people that have in the past, even like you just said. I just want to say quickly about like how you said NYSL didn't have their best day against Tribe. So I want to say on that thing particularly, not everyone can have the best day. That's something I always say. Not everyone can have the best day every day, and that was something that just stuck to me. But I've lost track of thought now. My bad. Can you repeat the question? What were you saying? Sorry.
I was just talking about the tremendous skill gap that was in the NA scene.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
It's gotten out of hand. There's a handful of teams in NA. Right now, there are at least 6 teams, and there are more out there that are looking to upset at any given time. So, got to give a huge shout out to you guys in the EU for
EU.
It's been huge, bro. It's been absolutely huge. So, to bring it to a conclusion today, we're gonna see you play in the first opening day for Mobile Mayhem. What are your expectations for the Mobile Mayhem 2021 summer season?
I've got a feeling that this season is going to be the best Mobile Mayhem season for EU you've ever saw.
Let's go.
For sure. It's going to be the best. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be the best.
It's definitely going to be the closest. I know in seasons past, like my first season, I think it was back in February, it was such a huge gap. The next season got progressively better. I am setting the stage here as, you heard it from Jim himself. this is definitely going to be the best Mobile Mayhem season to come.
Tight competition, man. Some very tight competition. It's anyone's game, and that's what we show up and play competitive for. It's close matches, and it's great to watch. It's great to play in.
There we go, man. You heard it from Jim himself. You can give him a follow on Trovo Jim COD Mobile, also on Twitter. If you want to interact with the man, the myth, the legend, Jim, man, drop him a follow on Twitter. Drop myself a follow on Twitter as well. As
sure, man.
I'm probably not as active as Jim, but I love to hear from the community. It's, less about interacting with me as much as more of what content you guys would see in the Mobile Mayhem season up to come, or in other events that you guys got going on. Jim, man, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day. I know you got food on the way, bro.
Anytime, bro.
Go grub out. I got my little girl over here. She's running the muck. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. But we're gonna get back to the action, guys. Jim, again, appreciate it. Until the next time, my guy.
No problem, bro. Until next time, I appreciate you having me on as always, man.
Take care, bro.
Cheers, bye.
And we are back, guys. You heard it from Jim himself, man. You heard him talk about a subject that a little spotty here and there, not trying to give away too much, but also giving away a little bit. Those strats, bro, those A1 strats, teams holding back, teams, holding, hopefully to push through and get through those bare minimum strats. What are your thoughts, Imperial?
Yeah. So, I understand why teams hide strats, but every team also has to understand that comes at a consequence, right? It comes at a consequence realistically of, I would argue, relying on those big strats, right?
Putting all your money into one thing is what you're saying.
You're kind of putting all your money into one thing. So I understand that strats play a big part, and when you do become predictable with strats, or when teams are able to study you more heavily because it is one team against another, that can be a negative. You can be countered. However, so many teams and players are massively forgetting about what makes up 78% of an amazing player or an amazing team. Mentality.
That's right.
Confidence. Psychology. You can have the best stats in the world, but if you're not performing on the day, if your head isn't in the game, if you're not focused, you're going nowhere that day. Those strats aren't going to work anywhere for you, right? And I think even Jim kind of noted on that about whether it's, underperforming, and what he said about, how a phrase kind of, you're not going to have your best day every day, stuck to him. But what helps that is working on your psychology. And I think actually taking away the whole trying to hide strats thing is realistically, you're kind of going, I don't care if you know my strats. Why? Because me as a team, me as a player, we're just going to screw you up anyway. We're just going to outplay you anyway. We're going to dominate you. Why? Because we're a better team. We're more synergized. We're mentally focused. We're mentally prepared. Teams, I really feel, need to step a little bit back from hiding the strats and step a little bit more into being more psychologically prepared.
I'm gonna go on that one, and I'm gonna say this was, I don't know if it directly, reflects. It should translate. I was a big sports player growing up. I played all sports, and growing up, the mentality was every sport that you play, regardless of how physical it is, it's 90% mental, 10% physical.
Yep.
So that thought process can be translated over, because it's not, you're not interacting with someone physically, you're not tackling them, you're not striking them out, you're not slam dunking, you're not hitting that 3-point. It's mental, bro. It's always been a mental game. And if you come with that mentality 100% of the time, it's either going to expose you for not being a good player, or it's going to expose you for being the best that you are. Either way, you know, you're going to see what you're made of. It's got to be that 90-10% mentality, though. So,
definitely.
Next, you know, that was some words of wisdom, bro. That was 8-1. I appreciate you for going off on a tangent on that one, giving everyone a little bit of that light being shed. We're going to see how that 90-10% mixture is split out on the next series of the day, which is going to be our very last one. That's right, guys. It's coming to a conclusion. Day one's already almost under the books. Aphelion and Oxygen in the lobbies. They're ready to rock and roll. We're going to see a standoff hardpoint. Thank God we see something different on the first game. And then a firing range search or destroy. If we go to a game 3, which we haven't yet, I'm hoping this series does take us there. A domination on raid.
Yes,
I'm super excited now.
Yes,
these
sir.
fans, you've seen them already. We don't even talk about them anymore. The Sparrow and the Annihilator. Those are 2 operators that won't be CUs. We'll see the Death Machine. We will see the Gravity Spikes potentially. I'm not sure what these guys have up their sleeves, but that's, again, a part of that A1 strategy, right? That 90% mental, 10% physical kind of theory.
Yep.
Easier applied in game number 1.
Hey, I said this is the series that I am looking forward to the most, and it's not changed since. We've yet to have a 3-game series. Will this be the one that we see? Oxygen, man, former Bunker Rog roster back in the day. They had a leader into the fold who's definitely lived up to his namesake. Will they continue on? But then again, you look at this side of Aphelion, they're up and coming. Honor has shown his strength, so has Jury at times. And then Genius can also live up to his name. 13 points to 0 in the favor of Oxygen in this first hard point.
Yeah, they're playing pretty decently at the beginning. Honor, one of those players that has just been on the up and up so far. He's got teammates like Genius, you know, Warvac. Warvac's a mobile Mayhem vet, bro. Let's not get that confused. Anywhere you go, you've seen every season Warvac has been. He even went as Warvac Quito one season, and he's popped off. Jury clutched a 1v4 of a lifetime in the Challenger Series. It is neck and neck. Game number 1, this is exactly what we expected.
Beautiful. Looking in, Machines is able to get 2-piece before getting shut down. Honor, Marvel trading kills. Genius with a 2-piece kill. Look out for him. In the top of this second hard point, he's currently on 5-3. Gets a kill, gets taken out. In the back by Marvel. But playing for the second point is P2. Great setup, great proactivity from the players of Aphelion. Really strong stuff. You can see that they're constantly moving. Maybe they're not playing as heavily as a team, which has allowed the breach to be successfully executed by Oxygen, but I'm noticing the proactivity verdict.
You are, but you know, when Oxygen pushes in 4 deep in the point, you're going to expect a break. And they just did not have the defense to overcome it. Nonetheless, the break comes back through for the guys over at Aphelion. They're right back in P2. Warvac going to be spotted. Warvac going to be lasered. Leader is OP at the moment. He is going to be your objective player, but there are going to be 2 players at the bottom here to contest. Machinist is going to be one of them. The other player is going to be Jury, who is just lasered. Machinist lasered. Leader is almost perfect here in this retake. 42-36. Again, we're back to a neck-and-neck score. This is so close at the beginning. This P3 is going to be the deciding factor who's going to have the lead and who has the momentum going into that P4 transition.
Aphelion, somewhat the underdogs in this one, but a respectable underdog team. Shark is going to be coming in, but Jury with a 2-piece to hold on to this hard point. Allow this fight back to come through. Oh, he spots Marvel. He's going to get taken out. Okay. It's like he saw him, stepped back, thought, okay, I can take him out, and then got blown to smithereens. Feels sad, man.
Feels sad, and Oxygen going to continue to run away with that lead. 62+ points and counting. 20 seconds left on P3. We're seeing a contest from Jerry. Jerry's going to be taken down as Shark. God, man, this Oxygen roster is hella stacked. Shark, Jazz, Marvel, Leader Edition, and Kosh? Bro, that looks like, have you ever seen those all-star teams? This looks like an all-star team. This looks like a team that was compiled to just put together and destroy other, top-tier teams. At the moment, they're going to be taking on 40-plus point advantage in Oxygen's favor. They're going to be taking on Aphelion. They are going to be wiped out of P4. This is going to be a good hold if Leader can hold it. Warvac going to push up Warvac with the shots. Warvac, you are an animal.
Rocket the KRM, making it work in this standoff map. It's the kind of hard point where he can make it work, but Marvel comes in, takes him out. 90 to 48, 91 and counting. 30 seconds left on this current hard point. It's controlled by the Aphelion boys. The Death Machine working quite nicely, and with the help of Juri, he was able to come in and get a kill even further. But again, the trade play comes through. Leader, he's still alive. He's still going. Wrap around the side of the van. He's going to get taken out for his troubles. 91 to 67. At the end of the day, it's all about those hard points. The comeback is real. The deficit has been closed up to just under 20.
That was a stout Aphelion retake there. We saw Oxygen get an early advantage, get a wipe on the point. They didn't give up. That is resilience at its finest. They are still in it like Bennett here, as they're only down by about 15 points. Actually, it's less now. As P1's opened up, they were able to stack up a few points. Oh, no, we're going to get a sentry gun to prevent the rotation. And I know we spoke about that placement. Is it going to pan out, though, as it is actually going to be taken down so quickly? I have to agree with you now. That top granny area, just not the place to put it.
So, I'd like to see a little bit more teamwork from Oxygen. And just taking a step back, like, it feels like, for a lot of these players from both sides, to be fair, there's a level of all or nothing. It does seem for the most part that for now, the Aphelion roster are a little bit more composed, where they'll get a kill, take a step back, and then reset themselves for even a split second. Whereas for Oxygen, it's like, go in, grab a kill, but keep moving, and then get shut down on their own. That can't really continue to happen unless they are really in control. Yeah, they're in the lead, but for how long? The next hardpoint's popping up. Leader's already in there, ready to help secure the bag for his Oxygen side. Lovely Death Machine movement by Marvel on the outside of this hardpoint to stop any of the Aphelion players from getting close to breach.
Yeah, he's going to have that back alley covered of the backside of warehouse there. A cheeky one, 30 seconds left in the point. All the guys over in Oxygen need are 15. That's plenty here. Warvac going to come through for the contest. He pulls out the shotty, and the retake is real as he does get control. He's going to be one. Oh, no. Doesn't get the shots to land on Marvel. Still plenty of time as 4 players are here. That is not going to happen. Oh, my goodness. They're not going to surely allow them. What is going on?
Good teamwork. Good teamwork by the Oxygen players. Marvel did a great job of breaching in. He had to hold back, which he did, which I said that they kind of need to start doing. Leader joined in, was able to pick up the mix, and got the points needed. Oxygen doing exactly what I suggested they needed to do. Machines pulls in, gets a kill on the Shark, not before Leader. Of course, is going to continue to save the day and help seal the deal. 47 seconds left. The fight is on for Aphelion to reclaim and get closer.
Clears the point.
Let's go.
He's finally taken down, but Jerry's going to be there to do the deed. He's going to continue on the hill. Shark, OP, comes through with the Finnick, who I read in chat is just absolutely OP. And guys, seal it right there. Leader with the sentry gun. There ain't nobody coming in. Game number 1 goes in favor of Oxygen after a trade. That was probably our most competitive hardpoint we've seen today, right?
So good, yeah. Definitely the most competitive hardpoint we've seen, and the most even. Overall, I'm more impressed with the Aphelion, because I don't think Oxygen were playing as good up until the end as they should be playing. To be a little bit harsh on them, let's be fair, because this roster is stacked. But it's also scary because they did get tested quite nicely by Aphelion, and even at their not best, they're still pretty strong and strong enough to keep within the fight. Then when they ramp things up as a team, that's when they flip the switch more heavily. That's when they really secured the bag and secured this game. Leader, like this guy Leader, like I first casted him, I forget how many months ago it was, but the second I saw him, I knew he was destined for bigger things. I knew he was destined to you know, not non-pun intended, but really lead a team, right? Really be the blueprint of a team. And in this game, at least specifically, he was the blueprint. And I've seen it more and more since then, right? And up until this point, I've seen it many times. So really strong stuff from Leader. 31-15.
31-15, almost a minute on the hill. Kosher, OBJ, God there, a minute and 9 seconds. We see everyone with the exception of Marvel, 22 and 21 will forgive him this time. 22 seconds, just, it's not going to cut in the future, bro. Nonetheless, the guys over at Oxygen played very well together. Even, you know what? I'm kind of surprised at Shark's performance. Not as much of a Shark performance as I'm used to in the past. The guy is back-to-back, EU MVP. So, yeah, I'm expecting a little bit more. Hey, baby, what's up? You want to say hey? She said no. She's in her little night shirt. She just came up right next to me. She's like, hey, what you doing?
Aww,
you know what I'm doing.
Maybe, Verdict, maybe we should get her to cast with us sometime.
Hey, you know what? If she would sit down long enough to, she loves sitting right here and playing Warzone with me. She loves playing Roblox. She was even nice enough to get a bowl for her chips. I just gave her the whole bag, of course. She wanted some chips. I gave her the whole bag. She put it in a little bowl because she's responsible and I'm not. I'm terrible. I'm like, just take the bag. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry you're hungry. Here, you want these? You have them. You know what? Very well played game number one. I'm looking forward to this next game as we're going to get geared up. It's going to be a search and destroy on firing range. That's right. We're going to be swapping sides here in this last series of the day. Oxygen take game number one. 150-127. Definitely the closest game we've seen here in Hardpoint thus far. We'll see if it gets any closer in Search or Destroy. And I'm expecting a lot out of this Aphelion roster. Regardless of who's on the team, anytime Aphelion has played in Mobile Mayhem, they have always been a top contender. And I'm not saying they have, produced the best number one team, but they've always been a contender for the semifinals and always been there as a staple since I've been around. So they have a lot of hype to live up to. They have a lot big shoes to fill. So I'm looking forward to how this team produces moving forward. They've got Genius, they got Warvac, they got Machinist, and I'm sure Jerry's actually played in seasons past too as well. Onor being a new addition, super excited to see what he brings to the table.
Yeah, definitely, and he's impressed me a lot of times so far in many moments. I just think it's that kind of gel and synergy that's overall needed, and that will come in time from the Aphelion roster. Once they stick together and they continue to build on a level of momentum and focus on what needs to be improved upon, we will see Aphelion maybe turn into the XOXO of the summer season Mobile Mayhem, right? That's where I can see them lying. They could be the Giant Slayers, the Legend Killers. They could be the one pulling out surprise wins against Oxygen, Nova, Tragic, XOXO, Stamina, right? I can definitely see that happening.
We'll see if that's possible here, as game number two going to be the ultimate decider if they're able to take it to a domination. We're going to see the guys over at Aphelion on the defending side in a very aggressive push on the A-line side. It's going to leave Shark out in the open. Shark wins those as the jump shots just too aggressive. You look like those sweaty Warzone players that I always see like short clips posted. Oh, wow. Oh, Nor. Oh, no. Picks up two, but he is traded as Marvel picks up his first. And we have ourselves a ball game here. Marvel picks up another on Warvac. Machinist, you're all on your own, buddy.
He does find a kill onto Marvel. That's a good spray. Had nowhere to go. But at the end of the day, time has been given, focus, attention, and control to the Oxygen players. Bombs planted. Jazz gets a kill onto Machines. Point over to Oxygen. And, like, the reason why that worked initially for Shark, by the way, when he kind of went in on his own, is because he did have support from the rest of the team. Whereas I forget exactly who it was that he took out. But it was like he was on his own. My point is, Genius, I think it was. He was on his own. That can't really happen on a defensive route, I feel. And it's happened again as Warvac has been picked off.
Marvel just too OP at the moment. He's 4-1. I'm sorry. He picked up 3 kills earlier as he's taken out there. Genius and team are going to be there to get the kills. That was actually Jerry. Give him credit where credit's due. Both of them were pushing the area. That was a 3-all. Onur takes down Kosh. And the back alley push from Jungle going to come through. We're going to see the bomb planted. Leader setting the tone. Leader, no sir. Genius there to deny with the SMRS.
Again, Shark, why are you going out on your own like that? Synergy needs to shine. Jazz comes in with the 1-piece, with the 2-piece. Oh my god, Jazz! God.
Get wrecked, affiliate, Jazz! In a 1v3.
Shake and bake!
Shake and bake!
Woo! Like, again, that it shouldn't have come down like we saw with Tragic where Jim was like, that shouldn't have been the case. But my god, when you're talking about push comes to shove, the clutch moment, Jazz baby on point.
I like it like that, Jazz. What What are you on, my guy? He for sure went straight for the game before this get matchup started. He picked up a 3-1 clutch. 1-3 clutch actually, as it's 5-0. And if it's not the little girl, it's the little puppy here, Herschel here to join. He's my normal co-caster when I'm doing things solo. I just got a full house, bro. I should just rename my channel to Full House.
Bro, it's like, man, fair play to you. You're a legend, and you still look as awesome as you do, as snackalicious as you do, man. Turning it up, my friend, just like the members of Oxygen are turning up the heat as they look to push in with the bomb on towards the A plant. Warvac gets the kill on the Shark with the baseball bat, no less. Machine snipes Jazz as well to give the body advantage over to the side of Affiliate.
Marvel. What shots are you hitting, my guy? 6 and 2. He takes down another. It was a 3-2 in favor of the guys over at Affiliate. Marvel said, not so fast, my friend. Takes down one. It is a 2-all. Leader, going to be there for the backside support. Clears trailer. Onur. Oh, no, not today, buddy. Warvac, it's your chance. Wallbangs come through.
Okay.
Warvac, it's you. 1v1 snipe off. Marvel and Warvac. Who's the better? Marvel. Oh no! He's gonna get the ninja defuse. He gets cheeky. Let's go, Warvac.
Nice work. Get ready for the next
Warvacito comes in with the Chicatito, and he gets the bomb diffuser. He saw. That was definitely a little bit of a just a tiny bit of a throw from Oxygen, but let's be fair, Warvac stepped up to the plate, redeemed what was a near throw in the previous round. Absolutely spot on.
Oh, there's going to be a heavy contest A-long as Warvac going to be forced out. He leaves his homies on their arm, but they're going to be able to sustain there as the push comes through. A bomb plant is going to be delayed as Shark was naded. I don't think they had a trophy. They finally get one down, and the bomb nonetheless going to be go ahead. Oh, no, Onur going to be taken down by Kosh. Bombs down, 40 seconds on the clock as Shark is spotted. Marvel's still alive, though, so Marvel going to be the deciding factor here in this search and destroy round, in my opinion. Oh, Marvel!
She's doing a lovely job with that sniper as Warvac gets taken out, leaves Shuri Machines left on their own. Shuri finds a kill on Kosh. That's a positive moment, but with 20 seconds left, it's 1v2. Leader. Now he's their time to shine. You got to dance around. He gets one kill. He gets
Leader!
two. What is this throw? What is this throw, Ophidian? Facepalm once again, Max Sauce in chat, because that just should not be the case. Oh my lord, I know you're running out of time, but I what? Oh, you're killing me, Ophidian. You're killing
me, Smalls. This is a this is by far the best matchup of the day.
Oh.
We've seen several 1v something clutches, and that one was one of the best. Jazz is probably the absolute best. That is definitely going on the highlight reel. Shark going to take down Genius. It's a 5v3 yet again. We're going to see the predictability not be answered in proper format. Leader going to be there to absolutely laser Machinist off of the heady. And that's going to be a 1v5 jury. We saw the 1v4. It's not going to happen here today with the 1v5. Shark comes through from the top side. And we might not see that third matchup today.
Oh, Aphelion. Okay, now they're on the attacking side, but I noticed in the last 2 rounds or so, they haven't really been playing as a team. And they've been kind of getting caught out on their own, like a Nor, things like that. And, you know, it doesn't seem like they're really switching up their playstyle when they lose a player early on. And that worries me. Hoping that they can turn a little bit more control around in their favor as the attacking side.
Yeah, but with Marvel hitting shots like he's hit today, bro, it's going to be pretty impossible for Aphelion to clear any kind of A push. We do see him push the top 10 area, fall back, and the guys over at Aphelion are going to be left in wood. Marvel jumping, trying to get an advantage, and I do see that first kill go down. Leader going to be dropping as Aphelion going to have that one-man advantage. Are they going to be able to take, advantage of that? I'm not sure, though. It's been, back and forth. We've seen 1v3 scenarios, so I can't ever count Oxygen out as Kosh going to be half health. The B push comes through jungle side. 2 players, Noor and Machinist tag team. Shark and Marvel are going to be left on their own.
Yeah, again, just overall much better control from the side of Aphelion, recognizing that they kind of have the ability to do that as well as the attacking side.
Enemy down.
He's Marvel left in his own. Marvel just find a kill on the Genius at least. God damn it, like, talking about making me moist with that sniper, my friend.
Oh, Marvel.
But he's got 3 more players to take down, and he hasn't got that much time to do it.
I mean, how moist could you get after this 1v3 if he clutches it, though? I mean, literally, let's be realistic about it. He's not going to be able to get it here as he's just too overwhelmed, though. Noor and Team are going to be able to clutch that round up. But, bro, that could have been a little different. But it wasn't. We won't even go into that. 2-4 here as, if you look at it, bro, I got to point this out before it goes away. Look at Marvel and Jazz's picture. Do they look like they're kissing? The profile pictures? If you see it, you can't unsee it. Guys, I'm going to have to ask you not to sit next to each other in the lobby. That was intentional.
Shark is like the friend who like secretly has a crush on the guy and is like super jealous, so he's turning away on the side.
Oh, Kosh is like, bro, I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah, Kosh is like, yeah.
Leader's watching,
absolutely
though.
on point.
Leader?
But anyway, this round is continuing on. It's 4-2 in the favor of Oxygen. Jury with the bomb in his hand, playing with that sniper, having a look towards A long to get some information. His teammate Honor inside trailer picks up a kill onto Shark. That's a positive. Evens the field, turns around, gets another kill onto Leader. He masters the trailer and allows his teammate to breach and push in to plant that bomb.
There's one variable that is still a prominent. Oh man, is Marvel going to get this nade to land? Bakes it well, gets the hit. No, he does not. Marvel almost gets. Oh, Jury, what a shot! The bomb head glitch played and served you very well. Jazz, can you do the 1v4? Can you do the impossible here? We saw you do the 1v3. This is a different circumstance. Gets one, gets the smoke down, which was OP. Pushes trailer, but Jury still on the head. Oh my God, Jury, that could have gone either way. Nonetheless, Jury going to be able to clutch that 1v1 style format push. I'm still like at a loss for words in this series. 3-4 here as we're going on into this 8th round. This is super close as we are getting
into this super close, man. Super close indeed. I'd like to see a little bit of a stronger defense being played up by Oxygen. I would argue maybe they're spreading themselves out a little bit too thinly and not able to defend any relevant pushes that's coming out from the Aphelion players. Because even the 3-2 that they have, it's not really a 3-2. And instantly you see Kosh is picked off. There's no ability to get a return frag with how they're positioned right now. Although it is found as Jazz is going to pick up an ore on the sidelines. So to start.
It is. He's going to be playing this burnt car. Oh, he's going to be taking out Warvac. Just too OP. Warvac going to be traded. Yes, you've missed your match. It's Marvel, not Jazz. I don't care what your profile pictures tell us. Marvel takes down Warvac.
Oh my God, Marvel.
Oh my God, Marvel has just been hitting. Oh, another one!
Lost that round.
Marvel!
Oh my God, Marvel.
Why you gotta do him like that?
Oh. And, you know, as much as Jazz got kind of taken out, I think he made a slight mistake by hanging around that burnt car after getting the first kill. But the response from the rest of the team, and especially Marvel, of course, does show that there's a really strong teamwork and communication in that moment from Oxygen. So they did deserve that round based on their reaction and response to where Aphelion were positioned at that point.
A very unorthodox B push comes through as
oh my God,
the
Marvel.
jungle side's not. Oh, Warvac with the hit markers. Lol. Feels bad. Leader goes down. Shark and Kosh gonna be there to reciprocate. That's gonna be game, set, match as Shark takes down Onor. Our series of the day we thought was gonna go to a game 3 is gonna be cut shy 6-3 in favor of the guys over at Oxygen. We felt the energy. I know you say we're hella sus today. That's okay. This is the first day. We still got plenty more action left in the regular season. This is week 1, day 1. You got to deal with this for another 6 weeks, guys. Let's go.
This series, Oxygen did play better in that game. Even compared to the first game in Hardpoint, there's a noticeable difference in how they executed some team movements, and they impressed me on some of the defending rounds. There was also those rounds where, to be fair, individual players were clutching up. Always juicy to see. That was from both sides. For Aphelion, they threw minimum 2 rounds they threw, right? Minimum 2 rounds. And if you look at that difference, 6-3, that technically should be a 5-4, right? So, you know, you're not always going to, you're not always going to do what needs to be done, and there's always the element of throwing around, but it can't be so obvious, right? It can't be so goddamn obvious like it was in those 2 rounds. It hurts you guys. I'm loving what I'm seeing, Aphelion. I will stand by what I said in terms of throughout this season, you can definitely turn into the legend killers. It hasn't started today.
Yeah, it's not going to be starting today. Oxygen on the backs of Marvel going 15-5, bro. Marvel. Just amazing. I mean, we should just go ahead and, change your name to Marvelous or something. I don't know, bro. I can't even. You're just too OP, bro. 15-5, the shots that you were hitting. I am speechless. Continue your great work. Aphelion, you got a good foundation built on it. There was a lot to be learned here in this situation. There were 2 rounds that were absolutely, I would say, handed to Marvel, or not Marvel, Marvel. Oxygen. Oxygen's going to rename to Marvel, confirmed. No, that is not the case. There were 2 rounds that were not necessarily handed, but kind of thrown. But I got to give credit where credit is due, man. It was just such an OP 1v3 clutch, 1 round in particular from Jazz. Yeah, you're cracked,
for sure.
But the heady on the bomb site was probably, you pushed 2 to the barrel site, 2 together. I mean, it was like shooting fish at a barrel. You literally hand delivered them 2 easy kills. You gotta reapproach it. You had 25 seconds left. You gotta have a little bit more of a situational awareness in that particular instance. But like I said, there's still a lot to be learned, and there's still a lot of talent there, and a lot of potential to grow on. So, wow, what a first day we've had, right?
Yeah, definitely first day. Again, every series being 2-0 isn't a sign of anything, in a bad way. It's not, because a good few of those games within those 2-0 series win could easily have been the other way around, and it was just a couple of flawed mistakes. That was the reason why we didn't see any game 3s. But the strength of some of the performance from those teams that won 2-0 was fantastic, and I know there's a lot more to come. Because Oxygen in that game, for example, Shark had a bad day for Shark standards at least. He did have a bad day.
I pointed that earlier.
Okay.
When you got OP teammates like Leader and Marvel the big boy carry.
But
Shark doesn't have to do Shark things. He can just continue to swim in the sea, my guy. You just wait for his opponents to pounce on. He could do Shark things later.
I suppose I say that in terms of when they come up against Tragic, Nova,
this is true.
Bunker Rock. It's kind of like if Shark's on point as well with Leader, with Marvel, it is going to be such a close contest. So this is only day one. So much more to come, and I'm damn excited to see what happens.
You know what, bro? Oh, man, I just showed my sweat stains. That's right, dude. That's how intense it was, bro. I can't even raise my arms right now. If you guys saw that, you'd probably be like, oh, God, Verdict. I do have deodorant on, bro. Trust me, I do. Nonetheless,
sweaty from here, man.
Look, watching that sweaty matchup got me sweaty, bro. Nova Esports 2-0 over Bunker Rock Esports. Wasn't even close. Tragic take Ultima in 2. XOXO also 2-0. Fusions. Oxygen, as we just saw on the backs of 2 very, very close matchups, or 2 games, get the 2-0 dub over Phillian. I'm looking forward to both of these teams in the regular season. I know that 2-0 shows that Oxygen's going to receive 20 points, and they get the bragging rights for 2-0. But that doesn't tell the story for the guys over at Philly. I feel like there is a lot of promise in that team, and with 6 more weeks of the regular season to come, looking forward to seeing how they improve. So taking a look at the standings, all 4 teams with 2-0s, they're going to be in a tied position at first place, and the rest are going to be left to fend for themselves. So, bro, Jim made apparent to us in the interview, right? He said it before it even happened. The prophecy has been spoken, it's been told. Everyone heard it. It's going to be the best season of Mobile Mayhem 2021 summer, right?
It is.
You don't want to miss it, guys. Tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your uncles, tell your little girls. I don't care who you tell. Get them in here watching it. We love it. We love the support. I had some great chats today. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Jim made a good note on it too. The scene, not toxic. We have cleansed that, bro. It's there still because we pick on Sav, and Sav is still in existence and is still able to play for Tragic. But let's just be real. He's not really a factor, right? We love you. We love you, Snowflake. It's a great time to be here in Mobile Mayhem EU. I'm just saying that.
Look, all I'm gonna say is I'm with Max Sauce in chat. Ronan cursed their whole right side. That's pretty fair to say.
He did.
We'll just blame Ronan for that.
Ronan's always the one to blame for. Ronan's going to be our new Denla. We miss you, Denla. I know you're not out there today. You already know what we're saying in our head, though, right, Denla? All right, day 1. We're not going to keep you guys any longer. We're going to get ready for Raid. Imperium, you were amazing as always. I appreciate you for putting up.
My pleasure, my friend.
Enjoyed it. We'll be back live next Tuesday. Absolutely hell of a stream. So, guys, get ready for the raid. Not sure we're going to do it. Going to find it in 45 seconds. That's right. I'll put it in the chat. Much love to you guys. Much love to the team. Much love to Imperium. But not to Ronan. Ronald, get out of here, bro.